Hi everybody. Today this is our third lecture from MS Access tutorial. So in this tutorial we will basically learn how to add data in your tables. So to enter data in your table, you will open your MS Access database that you have created in last video. So I have created two tables in last video like employee ID, with these attributes. So I have added three records. Now I will add more and will add address on add any dummy numbers and similarly email. So you can see that employee ID is set to auto number from view section. You can go to design view and see the data types of these things. So I will come back to datasheet view and enter one more record. So here you can see that number is added into any format, but later we will validate our data, and in validation we will restrict user to enter data in any particular form. As you can see that, or you will know that many big organizations used to store data in an organized form. Now what I will do next, I have added data into my table. Now my next move is to basically query data. So how I will query the data and what is exactly queries? A query is a request for data, results, and for action on data. You can use a query to answer a simple question, to perform calculations, to combine data from different tables, or even to add, change, or delete table data. As you can see that tables grow in size, they can have hundreds or thousands of records, which make it impossible for the user to pick out specific record from the table. So by using query, you can select record from table, you can delete record from any table, or you can update record in table, just like SQL queries. So first of all, we will use select query. And if you want to review data from only certain fields in a table, or review data from multiple tables simultaneously, or maybe just see the data based on certain criteria, you can use the select query. Let us now look into a simple example in which we will create a simple query which will retrieve information from table. Suppose our table is employee table, and we will retrieve data from this particular table. So for this I will go back to my database, and here at the top ribbon, you will at title bar you will see an option create. So when you will click on create, here you will see different application like create table, create queries, create forms, create reports. So I will select query design in this way, and when I will click on this one, it will show this kind of dialog to me. So I will select any table from these two tables, list of table to which you want to apply query. Suppose I want to use this one employee table, and click on add. When I will click on add, it will show me this kind of screen, as you can see at my window also. So what is next move? In the table tab on the show table dialog, double click the table implies table and then close the dialog box. Now I will select the record from this particular table which I want to show. I have added it three times. Simply right click on and remove table. Remove table. I will select those implies address, employee ID, employee name, and employee address, and employee state. So after doing this, I will come back to here you will see run this query. So when I will run this query, it will show me the record of all entities that I have already added into my database. So select query work in this way, shows you all the record or particular record that you want to show in your table. Now I have in this particular select query I have shown all the records from given table, but sometime a criteria come where we have to display record of certain fields, like if we are talking about an employee or any employee database, and we want to see only those whose job title are marketing coordinator, then you will need to add the criteria for that. Let's go to the query design again, and in criteria row of job title enter marketing coordinator. So now I will go back to query design. I will close this one and I will not save it, and I will come back again to create query design, and from here I will select table employee add, and then I will click on close. So here is criteria from where like I first of all I will add all these fields by double clicking on them. Then I want to from here it shows criteria, like if you want to show employee ID, employee name, employee table, employee. So I will only show employee name, their email, employee name and their email. So now when I will come back and run my query, now you will see that it shows only a name of particular employee and their email address. Sometimes we have criteria like I want to show suppose I want to show the record of only those employees whose state is AJK and AJK. So in this case, what I have to do, I will again go back to query design, and I will select employee table and click on add, and then close this dialog box. So now I want to show employee ID, employee name, and I will not show address. I will show state, and state for on I want to show only those implies whose state is AJK. So in that particular case, what I have to do, state. So to do this, what I have to do is I have to in state I have to mention AJK. So I will come back and run my query, and here you can see that it shown a record of only those employees whose state is AJK. So in this way you can run with the select query. You can display all records, or you can display records of particular user on based on some criteria. In our next tutorial we will see further queries in MS Access. Thank you very much.